Take a look at these. Look at those TIG welds. They're machining. I like it. Welded metal. A cheaper entry into turning corners on your Foxbody. What's in the box? Hello and welcome to Gearhead 704. I'm Matt, and today I'm very excited because, guys, we are going to be unboxing a lot of stuff for my coupe project, my SSP 88 Florida Highway Patrol car. Got a lot of videos on the channel, so if you're new to the channel, that is a car that I am building for road racing, also autocross, but basically turning corners in a Foxbody, which they really weren't meant to do. But I've got a lot of parts today that's going to help me with that. I want to show you guys the first wave of parts. I've got a lot more waves coming, but this is the initial set of parts. And if the banner doesn't give it away, what kind of parts I got, guys, I don't know what else will. So let's go ahead, dive into this. Let me show you what I guys got. And it's quite a haul, and it's going to be a lot of fun on the coupe. So let's get into it. So like I said, a lot of these parts are going to be Steeda. You got the Steeda banner right here. But here we go. Here's some of the parts we got. Some of it's still in boxes. You can kind of see, got a Ford Performance box. So not everything is Steeda, but I did buy these from Steeda. They're on Steeda's website. You can buy those, and got some more goodies over here. So let's go ahead, get to them one by one. Just start out here, jumping into it. First thing I'm going to show you guys, caster camber plates. See these, take a look at these bad boys right here. This is going to help me dial in the suspension, get the alignment, all that right for what I want to do with the road racing and the autocross. These are solid pieces. That's the one thing you'll notice about all of these are also a Steeda part, but what I've noticed so far about all the Steeda stuff, it's very, very solid, done well. I was actually showing this to Matt earlier. So look at those TIG welds down there. You can see those at the bottom. And these were, looks like these were punched out. So very, very nice piece. This actually fits 79 to 89. Show you guys on the box here. Yeah, 79 to 89 caster camber plates. So that's what these are good for. Now let's move on to the other side of the table, and I've got some lower control arms, powder coated, very nice. I believe these already have polyurethane bushings in them, and you can see they're set up for springs. So that might be a question you're asking, right? Why not coilovers? Well, like I said, these have poly bushings in them, and I'm gonna go kind of in stages. The first stage on this car is more of a budget-minded road race build. Now, I still spend a lot of money on these parts, so nothing is truly budget, right? But I'd say a cheaper entry into turning corners on your Foxbody. If you want to turn corners on your Foxbody, this is a cheap way to get in there. And so that's why I'm going to initially go with poly bushings wherever I can instead of like Delring bushings. I'm going to go with those later on, but also that's why we're not doing coilovers. We're going to do springs, guys. I've got some very stiff springs. I'm going to show you guys. They're linear, not progressive. If you want to turn corners on your Foxbody, I would say this is kind of the entry-level way to get in there, the way I'm going. Eventually, we're going to go coilovers. We're going to go tubular K-member, but not initially, guys. We're going to stay with the stock K-member. In fact, that's the next part I want to show you. This is another Steeda part. This is their G-track, or sometimes it's called a G-brace. This hooks up to the K-member, helps to stiffen that up pretty well. So I'm going with the stock K-member, and this is going to connect in nicely to that. This is actually a very reasonable price piece. And in fact, any of these parts that you guys want to get, I'm going to have links to all the parts I bought down in the description below. So everything we're covering today, if you're curious about it, I'm going to have those links so you can check it out, see what the prices are, and get kind of a good idea of what it's going to take to get an entry level into turning corners. But we've also got some additional parts here. Like I said, I got new lower control arms with the poly bushings. We kind of covered those, but I also got some upper control arms. Take a look at these. These are going to really help. This is also for the rear, so I didn't point that out, but these control arms are for the rear end, the rear side, okay? I'm gonna have to get new control arms for the front. I don't have those yet. By the way, I am gonna do the full install on the car here on the channel, so you can kind of follow it as a how-to. I'm at Fox Mustang Restoration today. You guys know I come here a lot if you're regular on the channel. That's where we're gonna be doing the entire install on this. And we like to kind of do how-tos if we can. So we'll be doing as much of the how-to on this as possible. But yeah, let me go ahead and set these up how I think they would work. We've got some new bushings back here. I think these are also poly. I don't know, they might be rare. I think they're poly though. These are going to be pressed into the axle housing, okay? Then this part right here will be connected to the car, and this part will come down and connect into the axle. So that's how that's gonna work. Again, we're gonna have a full how-to on the channel, but you can see how nice these are. These are also Steeda, so these upper control arms as well as the lower control arms that I showed you, they are all from Steeda. And I'll give you a better look at the lowers. These are the spring perches, and I think you can get some, Matt was saying this, we believe that you can get some without these if you're gonna go coilovers. Obviously, we're including them. But yeah, we've got the rear end suspension kind of ready to go. Pretty excited about that. Let's see what else we got over here. Oh, Steeda tri-axe shifter. Now, this is actually not for my coupe, but look how nice this is. This is super nice, guys. Already got the grease in, but they do a good job with their quality. Their machining, I like it. Anyway, it feels solid. Got the good old tri-axe. But on this particularly, it ain't going on the SSP. I'm down south, sorry. Sometimes we say ain't all the time, but yeah. It's not going on the SSP. Instead, it's going on Tar Heel Fox, which is my 89 convertible. It has a T56 Magnum in it. I'm gonna go ahead and put this shifter in that because it just has like the stock style shifter in it now. This is gonna be so much better. But anyway, back to the SSP build, the last piece, and I still have this wrapped up. These are my subframe connectors. Guys, these are solid. Let's look at these end pieces here. I haven't fully unwrapped this yet, but this is welded metal right here. Very solid piece. And then we come to the other side. I turned it around there, coming to the other side, and we've actually got some nice plastic. So these don't have holes in them. You see that a lot of time with subframe connectors. They'll just be open holes. You know, you don't have to make it look nice, but look how nice these look. This is gonna really stiffen up your chassis, and with the engine we're putting in, we're gonna need a stiff chassis. In fact, I haven't told you guys that yet, what I'm putting in, except unless you're on the live stream. I live stream, for me, it was yesterday. I live stream the first Friday of every month. On the live stream, I did reveal what I'm gonna choose, 331 or 347. So if you want to, you can check that live stream out. It's the last one. I'll put a link down below too if you want to click on it. Live streams are long. I think it happened close to about an hour into the stream. Yeah, like I said, they're usually pretty long. But we're definitely going to need that chassis stiffening. So these subframe connectors, they are going to be key in that. Getting the subframes on, that's going to be awesome. So this is pretty much stage one. Oh wait, yes, we forgot the Ford Performance box. You guys are curious. That's why I waited for last on that. Let's go ahead. Let's look into the box. Let's see what's in the box.
What's in the box?
That never gets old. Sorry, I love the movie 7, so I had to do it. But here we go. Yeah, that's right. We've got springs. These are Ford C springs, actually. Like I said, I want to say springs, not coilovers for this stage of the build. But we've got some solid springs. We got fronts are up here. I think these are the rear. Then we got the two rears here and the fronts in the middle. Look at this though. These are gonna lower it. They say about an inch, but it might be a little more. We'll see. They claim an inch on the website. And it also comes with Ford Performance decals, right? Because you can't have stickers. You gotta have decals. All right, that's G-Funk Express. He always gives me a hard time about that. Check him out on YouTube if you're not. But yeah, Ford Performance decals to go along with this, and got some lowering springs, really, which is pretty awesome. I also bought some spring spacers in the front, and I'll tell you why. I'm considering putting them on. They're particularly useful for autocross. I was talking to Warhorse Racing. If you haven't seen his channel, he has the best Foxbody channel I've ever seen on autocrossing. He's very focused on it. Videos are very informative, you know, no nonsense, not trying to do anything but get you the info you need to know. So definitely, he's another channel you should check out if you're into autocrossing. He suggested those for the front. He says it really helps out keeping the car going around corners, balanced and all that, and doing what you want to do with it. So I am considering putting those in for autocross, but also I'm not sure how it's going to affect the look. I still want it to look good. So we'll see on the spring spacers, but those would just go in the front. Yeah, this is my parts haul from Steeda. What do you guys think? Got the subframe connectors, the shifter, which really isn't for this build, upper and lower control arms, springs, got the G-Track brace, and of course the caster camber plates. Now I do have some more parts coming in. I have sway bars coming in from Steeda, as well as some shocks and struts. And you'll find out what shocks and struts I want to go with soon in an upcoming video. Those parts haven't come in yet. That's why this is just part one. But yeah, that's everything that's going to be going into the SSP. As far as the SSP itself, still have to weld the cowl back on, and that's just going slow, guys. So I don't know. I don't know when I'm gonna get to that, just to be honest with you, if you're still watching here at this point, but I'm hoping to get to it pretty soon. I'm definitely starting to feel better with all my back stuff, but I'm still learning what I can do and not do. But yeah, that's stage one. So stage one is gonna try to be, like I said, budget build, all poly bushings, you know, no tubular K-member, no tubular A-arms, just what could you do with your stock spring style setup. I am pretty excited about the C springs as well because, like I said, they're not progressive, they're linear. B springs are progressive, which I believe they're going to, in a turn, they're going to smush a little bit more, give a little bit more, I think, where the linear doesn't. At least that's how I understand it. If that's not correct, let me know down below in the comments. I'm always trying to get more and better, clear information on this stuff. I'm still kind of learning, sharing that experience with you guys. But if I like what I'm doing as far as the road racing and stuff, I am gonna go to that next level. I'm eventually gonna go to tubular K-member, coilovers, and we're gonna get to see what kind of improvements I have there. That's gonna be kind of neat to kind of compare suspension changes on the track and how my times change and all that. So I'm excited about that. The other thing I didn't mention I'm still missing is some front suspension items. My rack's pretty good, don't have to worry about that, but I do need some new control arms in the front. Well, actually, my control arms in the front right now are hooked to a tubular K-member, but it's for drag racing. It's not meant for autocross road racing. So it's a Team Z. Anyway, that's gonna be used for something else, another build. But yeah, I need to get new A-arms. I already got the stock K-member, and I'm gonna have to put new poly bushings in those A-arms. So then that's gonna kind of finalize that out. That'll be the end of the build. I'm also liking the fact that I'm gonna do it in stages, and we're gonna get to kind of see the differences in how I'm doing with the poly stuff versus the Delring bushings. And also, you know, the tubular K-member, what kind of differences do those things really make? I wanna have that all here on the channel. It's just gonna take a little bit of time. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button. That always helps me out. If you're stopping in for the first time, please subscribe because I do upload 2 times a week, every Sunday and Wednesday. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll see you here next time on Gearhead 704. Please hit that like button. It helps me out a lot. Oh, I can't believe I messed that up. I do that all the time. All right, here we go. Amateur hour. We always like dogs here on Gearhead 704. All the dogs.
So many dogs.
Yeah, we just need Tyson. He was on the live stream last night.